MJZ Comics, and we made a stop at the local comic book store.
Let's start the show. Before we get started, make sure you give this video a like, hit the subscribe button, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos.
Welcome back to MJZ Comics. Today we have a haul to go over with you. We went to one of the local comic book stores, Big Ben's Comics Oasis, probably one of our favorite comic book stores in the area. And we went in there with $50 and we thought we're going to buy some spec/key books while only spending $50. So let's see what we got. Again, like I said, we went to Big Ben's Comics. The first book we picked up I think it's a cool book, has some potential with it. You could consider it almost a spec. Just came out 2013 and it's in the monster theme. I really like the Halloween special with Werewolf by Night. So it has sparked our interest in some of these monster books, Monster Hunters. So the first book we picked up in the $50 challenge is this Daredevil number 32. And this, if you can see the cover a little bit there, is the first appearance of the new Legion of Monsters. And you can see it's a cool cover. Came out in 2013. The cover art was done by Chris Samney. And again, from 2013, Daredevil 32. If you're into the monsters, this might be a book you can probably find in the back bins in the comic book stores. It's almost a 10-year-old book. I don't think a lot of people were after this book. And like I said, it is the first appearance of the new Legion of Monsters. Cool book.
The other book we have here is Marvel Presents Bloodstone #1. Now this is a pretty cool book. This is the origin and first appearance of Ulysses Bloodstone, who's an immortal monster hunter. I guess he was actually mentioned in the Werewolf by Night special, which I haven't seen yet, unfortunately. But this is a really cool book. Bronze Age, key issue, first appearance. He's on the cover. And this book, I was talking to Jason about it. You're probably not going to find a first appearance Bronze Age 9/8 key cheaper than this one. Now, this one's in a raw, ungraded copy, obviously. But we were looking up the 9/8s. They're under $1,000, and there was a couple actually for about $800 or $900. So that could be kind of a sleeper Bronze Age key that you might want to look into.
Yep. And if you haven't watched the Halloween Werewolf by Night special, check it out. It is really cool. And like Matt said, Elsa Bloodstone, which is Ulysses' daughter, is in the show, has a big role, and they do mention him in the show. So I guess technically he has been brought into the MCU. I really think they're going to start doing a lot more monster type movies and shows. It's big with people currently, and with the popularity and how well the Halloween special did, I could see Marvel, the MCU, bringing in a lot more of these monster stories. Next book we picked up in the 4-book haul. Again, we picked up 4 books for $50 at the local comic book store. Our next book is another Daredevil issue. It's Daredevil number 58. And this is from 2005. A lot of interest in the White Tiger lately, especially with the Daredevil show coming out. They've already signed an actress for the Daredevil show, and people think she will be one of the White Tigers. Now, which one, we don't know yet. There's, I think, one male version, and I think 2 or 3 female versions in the comic books of the White Tiger. This book is the first appearance of White Tiger Angela Del Toro. Now I need to specify, this is actually the first appearance of Angela Del Toro, but she does not become the White Tiger in this issue as of yet. There is another issue down the line where she becomes the White Tiger. There's always people going back and forth on which one to get, the first appearance of the character or the first appearance of the character as the hero or villain. I mean, you can argue that all day. Usually the market dictates which book is more expensive. At this point, we don't really know. So we found this one along with those first 2 books in the long boxes at Big Ben's. And we picked this up for $5. Again, first appearance of Angela Del Toro. A little bonus, it is also the first modern appearance of the night nurse, Linda Carter. I really like the cover, the black, the red on that. It's a cool looking book. And White Tiger is a really cool character, and I hope that they do bring him or her into the MCU. And Matt's going to show the fourth and final book in the $50 challenge.
This book we have here is New Agents of Atlas #1, a book that we've mentioned in previous videos. This is one of those multi-appearance, first appearance books that we're big on. If you look at our previous video, we had the variant version of this, which is obviously more expensive, harder to get. But we think this is a good book for you fans out there, as there's several first appearances, like we said. And on the cover, you see Shang-Chi and I believe Silk. So possibly that could be a way they bring him into the MCU, or even Sony brings them into their universe or whatever they're doing. Another book that we're big fans of, and a great cover too. This is a great one even for you collectors out there.
Yeah, we did a video previously on this book, considered an art speculation type category. Like Matt said, lots of first appearances. This book could pop off, and for $20, which is what we found it for, it's near mint. It looks like it could be a 9.8 when we send it to CGC. Easy money. Easy money in the future. So let us know what you think about that $50 challenge we did. If you think we did well with those 4 books we picked up for $50. Again, all 4 of those were in the long boxes, so it pays to dig through the boxes sometimes at the comic book stores.
And we'll include a clip of us at the store, kind of rummaging through some long boxes for you guys, so you can just see how it went.
Yep. Few more things here we're going to go over, maybe to let you guys know what we've picked up lately. A few of these things we picked up at shows, and a few of them have been on auction, and we'll go over each of these with you too. So the first book here is Superman, Lois and Clark #1, and this is the first appearance of Jonathan Kent. This copy here, we chose to get this. This is the 1 in 25 variant by Tony Daniel. And again, it's the first Jonathan Kent. It's a 1 in 25 variant. I really like the cover on this. It has the black suit Superman, which I'm a big fan favorite of mine. The black suit Superman. Cool looking cover. And again, that's the first appearance of Jonathan Kent. Next couple books we picked up. I picked up these on an eBay auction. I was a big Gargoyles fan back when I was a child, and they announced these new ash can books that they came out with. And the first one I've got here is a Diamond Distributor exclusive. Again, it's an ash can, so it's a little bit smaller. You can see it. And this was a Diamond Distributor exclusive that was only given out to the comic book shops that came to the 2022 Baltimore, Maryland Comic Con. And what I've been told is there were only 500 copies of that book printed with
Wow.
that cover. So it's super rare. And in the auction, I got the bonus ash can. This is the Gargoyles #1 that just came out by Dynamite. And this is the ash can that was the 1 per store exclusive. So this was handed out also, should be relatively rare. Not as rare as the first one, but 2 cool Gargoyle books if you're a Gargoyles fan. Again, the first one we brought out, there's only 500 of that made, which could, if anything hits in that book, if there's a first appearance, um, could make that book extremely valuable.
Next book we have here is a copy of Invincible Iron Man #7, and this is the first appearance of Riri Williams in cameo on the last page. So this is another big book. Obviously, if you saw Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, she was introduced in that film and likely is going to show up in multiple MCU projects like we've mentioned before in our videos. So this is a great book. This is a great grade for this book too, a CGC 9.8 and pretty affordable. So for you guys out there that are, I wouldn't even call this a speculation book because she's already here and she's coming big. This is one to get because it's down right now.
The main reason we picked that up, we've been scouring the auctions and watching for deals. And this book is definitely a deal right now. I mean, I think we got that for a little bit over $100 in a 9.8. Again, it's the first Riri cameo. This book is way down, and that's one of the reasons we grabbed a copy of it. It was just a great deal at auction. Cool book, and I think she's going to be around for a while in the MCU. The last book in our haul here was another book we picked up at auction. I have wanted this book for a long time. It was extremely pricey, but again, it's another book that we have benefited from in a buying phase here because these auctions are just going really low. And this one went for about a quarter of what it had been going for about a year ago. and this is Sandman 1. I'm a big fan of Neil Gaiman's the Sandman storyline. I thought the show on Netflix was great. Not necessarily, you know, really hunting this book down, but when we saw the price it went for in the auction, it was just a great deal. And again, we've talked about this. I really think comic books a lot of times follow the economy. Things are down now. It's just like the stock market. Buy when they're low and reap the benefits when they go high. So let us know what you think. Let us know if you liked the $50 challenge at the comic book store. Also, give us your comments on these pickups we got. If you have any of these, if you agree with, picking them up at this point in time, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. MJZ out.